Hey, Amanda, how's it going?
I'm great, Charlene. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm so glad we get this opportunity once again to talk about interest rates and mortgages and buying with friends and groups of friends. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Charlene Williams. I am a real estate agent or broker, and I've been a broker for probably close to 15 years now. I work with Real Estate HOMEWARD, and I'm excited to have Amanda on with me. Amanda, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, so my name is Amanda Pivar. I'm a mortgage agent with Mortgage Connection, and I have been an agent for almost 10 years, but in the industry for almost 13. And Charlene and I are here to answer all of your real estate and mortgage questions.
Yeah, and then hopefully one day we'll do a live. How about
Ooh,
that?
okay, I like it.
I just thought of that off the fly.
Love it.
So, it's Wednesday, it's April 10th, and the Bank of Canada had their rate announcement today. I'm smiling, but I mean it's not great news, but it's the best I guess we can hope for at this point.
Yep.
What
I,
do you think?
it's not a surprise. I think we knew that this was not going to be the month that they make the final move. But the one thing that was very interesting is during the press conference, the bank was asked, do you think June is going to be the first cut? They really hesitated because they did not want to answer it, but finally actually said yes. That's a really good indication and hopefully something that will happen. Now, mind you, the next announcement's not for 2 months, June 6th. We do have some data that will come up between now and then. We have our inflation report next week. We'll have one as well for April and May. So that will be some data that will be reviewed, but it does sound like some good news and some drops on the horizon.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I was in a meeting all morning, so I didn't hear that they actually said yes. I mean, after a little bit of hesitation, that is great news.
Hmm. I mean, of course,
That's
it isn't firm and we don't know for sure, but the fact that it's even on the table with the bank right now, that they will start to increase rates, I think is excellent news. I think it's not signaling as busy of a spring market as we originally thought we were going to have, but I predict that our fall market will be off the charts because we'll probably be in the rate cutting era instead of the rate increasing that we've been in.
right. Again, it's good news for those of us who have a variable mortgage, and we're hoping for some relief from the interest rates. So that is great. So let me ask you, Amanda, I've had a couple of conversations recently with people who want to buy. There is inventory out there. There are, again, we have not had as busy of a spring market as yet as we were
Still early.
thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is early, absolutely. I think ramping up like April, May, we'll see some better or more activity, but there are deals to be had out there in separate different pockets. There's homes that are, you know, expiring on the MLS, which we have not seen since, well, we haven't seen since I got into the business, really. Over the last year and a half, I would say we've seen it more. There's a lot of assignments that are coming up, and people want to take possession, but they can't afford it because of the rates. So there are a lot of assignments I'm seeing coming into my actual email, agents wanting to help these buyers get rid of some of these properties. So in terms of if you had, let's say, a friend that you wanted to purchase with, do we have, or even a group, are there, I know we've talked about this before, are there mortgage products that will help in this endeavor?
Yeah, so a lot of people would think, I'm going to purchase with a friend. What type of product? This product would be the exact same as anyone else qualifying if they were buying with a spouse. This is becoming very common. I recently had two clients who couldn't afford on their own and bought a duplex. One lives in one unit, the other lives in the other. There's lots of option available to buy up to say 4 people. So maybe two couples who can't afford to get in the market, buy a duplex. The nice thing is we can use all people's income to help qualify. And then behind the scenes, the lawyer can actually divide ownership based off the down payment and the agreed upon between all parties.
Right. So everything has to be on paper and, in the background. It's an
But
actual contract.
exactly. But it's an awesome idea. I mean, so many people, they want to get in the market. They have half the down payment they need, and someone else has the other half. It's perfect storm to be buying a property in a market that we're in right now that probably won't last.
Right. And even so, it's not going to be your forever home. So 5 years down the road, you look at the equity that you've built and how much down payment you've put into it, and you're probably going to double that. So it's a win-win in the end.
It's true. And then maybe it becomes a situation in a couple of years where neither of you want to sell it. It turns into an investment property, but we do a refinance, take out your equity, and you each can buy separately.
Wow, I totally didn't even think about that. But then again, I'm not a mortgage broker, so that is a great idea. Something that I can definitely tell my clients when they ask that question. What are you seeing out there in terms of, are you busy as a mortgage broker in terms of new mortgages?
It slowed down for a minute with the new incoming leads for pre-approvals, but I also think we had an interesting start where we had March break, Easter, and then the eclipse all back to back, where people just, their thought was not on mortgages and kids were off school. But I'm
Right.
definitely starting to see this week, and I know from a lot of people I spoke to, their homes are coming on the market. I have 3 clients and offers in the next couple days. So it is picking back up. It was just a 2 week slowdown thanks to March break, Easter, and the eclipse.
Oh yeah, the perfect storm. It's a
Yeah.
trifecta, right? But I mean, it only took us what, 6 minutes to get to the word eclipse, so that's pretty good.
Start. I am predicting a busy summer market, which is very unheard of. We usually see quite the slowdown in the summer market. I think if Bank of
Yes.
Canada does their first drop in June, that's really going to ignite people getting in and actually wanting to purchase over the summer, which is not typical. But hey, nothing's been typical the last couple of years.
You're absolutely right. Nothing has been typical. So for what that says to me is for people like me and you who are working in the housing sector, we should probably go on vacation now.
Yeah.
So that we won't be going in the summertime because you're
Yeah.
right. Typically, it's a August is the slow month in the summertime.
Exactly. But I don't predict it this year.
I'm hoping, Amanda, that you're right. Yeah,
Me too.
I mean, I can definitely see it as a perfect storm of ideas coming together, especially if when the Bank of Canada starts the rate reduction. I think it will be, I think it'll be a frenzy out there. I honestly do.
Think the demand is pretty high and there's a lot of pent up demand. People have been sitting on the sidelines and also consumer spending's down quite a bit. So that tells us that people are saving and that's
Yeah.
something we haven't really seen in a while. So we have a perfect storm of rate comes down, people have been saving and pent up demand in our market. I think we'll be back to some pandemic level craziness in no time when it comes to our
Yeah.
housing.
I absolutely agree with you on that one. You know what? It's great talking to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do and for talking to me about this. It's I'm hoping that it resonates with some people, so that, that's great.
Well, and I'm always happy to speak with you. I think our conversations are fantastic and relevant, and we'll keep on having them, especially as changes start coming.
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks very much, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you, Charlene.
Okay, take care.